This is the Itel A70 smartphone, and this right here is the Redmi A3. Now these are two affordable smartphones under 100k, but obviously one of them offers more value than the other, and that is what we're going to find out in this video. I've had both smartphones for quite a while now, and in my experience they share a lot of similarities, but when it comes to overall performance, one of them performs better. These are two-level entry smartphones for someone out there who is really on a tight budget and not willing to sacrifice more than 100k for a smartphone. The first major difference between these two smartphones are their prices. The Itel A70 right now is available for 87,000 Naira for the 3 gigs of RAM with the 64 gigs of storage, and the Redmi A3 is 99,000 in Naira for the 3 gigs 64 gigs of storage. The price difference here is about 13,000 Naira. So coming from a tight budget corner, the best idea is to go for the cheaper device, and that is the Itel A70. And then you're probably wondering if you are going to get the value for that money. Honestly, you might be in for a shock. Just stick to the video. Coming to the design side of things, both smartphones present a compelling design and a build quality that really makes them both stand out. The A70 looks attractive with a glossy finish, an accent back that feels like a frosted glass, while the striking feature of the A3 is actually glass back. They both have different designs that houses the rear cameras, but if I was to make a choice here, I would go with the Itel A70, considering the plastic build over the glass back of the Redmi A3. One major reason is based on my personal experience. So over time, I have used this smartphone, and the major problem here is heat. And you know, heat and glass don't really go well. So that is why I will go with the rubber material, and that is the Itel A70. And then coming to the external features, underneath both smartphones, they both support the USB-C connectivity, and then a microphone for calls, and also a mono speaker. Redmi has its own placed on top of the device. And then you have the SIM card tray on the left. The fingerprint sensor is also the power button on both smartphones. But when it comes to booting up both smartphones, the Itel A70 is faster than the Redmi A3. And also testing out the fingerprint unlock feature, the A70 responds faster than the A3. So out of the box, they both give you every needed accessories to get started. But Itel was more generous enough to include an earphone, and then a good pouch with the MagSafe design. So for the Redmi A3, you'll have to spend extra to get a pouch and also an earphone, and that is above your 100k budget. So for me, I'll go with the Itel A70. I mean, it looks much better with the case on. Coming to the display, they both show off noticeable bezels with the water drop notch housing their selfie cameras. But for the Itel A70, the notch converts to a dynamic bar, a feature that the A3 does not have. But for size, the A3 measures up to 6.71 inches. They are both IPS display and performs the same when it comes to viewing media content. The only difference is the display size. But the feedback response from the Itel is faster than the Redmi A3. The display refreshes up to 90 Hz over the 60 Hz of the Itel A70. Even when I set it to the 90 Hz, I still couldn't spot a difference. Performance-wise, they are both Android Go Edition softwares. You have the Android 13 Go Edition on the Itel, and then you have the Android 14 Go Edition on the Redmi A3, and powered by different processors. So it is the Helio G36 processor of the Redmi A3 against the UniSoC T603 processor of the Itel A70. Both of them are 3 gigs of RAM that can easily be expanded up to 6 on the Redmi A3. On the Itel A70, you can expand the memory up to 8 gigs of RAM. But this is what actually happened. After expanding both RAMs on both smartphones, I did experience something different on my Redmi A3. So I connected both smartphones to the same network, and I did browse the internet for a while and also go through some social media postings. I did that for a while, and all of a sudden my Redmi A3 started heating up. Seriously, it did that for a while, and then it slowed down the whole processing. So I was wondering if someone else out there using the Redmi A3 has also been experiencing such, and definitely this affected my battery. I did the same thing right here on the Itel A70. I did go through the internet and also go through social media for a while. The only difference here was just decrease in my battery life, but it didn't heat up in any way. So I'm guessing if a software update could fix it on the Redmi A3. Powering both smartphones are 5000 mAh battery, and with their included chargers, it took almost 3 hours to fully charge. But the Redmi A didn't take me a whole day, unlike the Itel A70. So please, if you're using any of these smartphones, the Itel A70 or the Redmi A3, please kindly share your battery experience in the comment, and also like and subscribe to my channel right now. It won't cost you anything. Thank you very much. The Itel A70 sports a 13 megapixels camera, while the Redmi A3 sports an 8 megapixels camera. A side-by-side comparison, you have better picture qualities from the Itel A70. Portrait pictures are acceptable on both, but I really like the A70 over the Redmi A3. And they both shoot 1080p videos. So which one do you prefer looking at both videos? The Itel A70 or the Redmi A3 videos? The selfie camera of the A70 is an 8 megapixel over the 5 megapixels of the Redmi A3, and it performs better too. So overall, I will go with the Itel A70 camera performance. So guys, clearly the Itel A70 performs better in this comparison over the Redmi A3. But if you're still wondering which one should you buy, in my opinion, price should be a determining factor. So I'll go for the cheaper device, which is the Itel A70, and save me some change and still enjoy some good performance. But of course, the Redmi A3 is still a good device. Not everybody will go with the Itel device. Both of them are very good options. For less than 100k, you can buy either the Redmi A3 or the Itel A70 smartphone. So guys, which of them does it for you? Please let me know in the comments. And if you're new for the first time, don't leave without subscribing to my channel. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.